Positive signs emerge after high-level US-Mexico meetings. Germany is now the third most important commercial partner in Mexico. Improved air connectivity boosts number of US tourists in Mexico. And summer vacationers will pour 378 billion pesos into Mexico's economy. Hello and welcome to today's edition of Mexico News Network's Breaking News Business. I'm Elliot Bullman. Let's go straight to the information. July the 13th, 2018 could go down in history as the day that marked the start of a new, more positive era in bilateral relations between Mexico and the United States. A delegation of high-ranking U.S. officials led by Secretary of State Mike Pompeo traveled to Mexico City to meet with President Enrique Peña Nieto and then President-elect Andrés Manuel López Obrador. Pompeo made it clear that the purpose of the trip was to begin to repair relations that have been strained by issues including migration, trade, and U.S. President Donald Trump's border wall proposal. There are signs that last Friday's visit went some way to smoothing over the rough road down which bilateral relations have gone through since Trump took office in January 2017. Mexico's future Foreign Affairs Secretary, Marcelo Ebrard, described the meeting between López Obrador and Pompeo as frank, respectful, and cordial. Ebrard said the president-elect submitted a proposal for the future of the bilateral relationship to the Pompeo-led delegation. López Obrador's proposal covered a range of issues, including NAFTA, migration, security, and development, Ebrard said. He also explained that further detail about the proposal would only be made public once a formal response has been received from the United States administration, although he revealed that an overarching aim of a new bilateral relationship is for no Mexican to have to emigrate because of poverty or insecurity. At an earlier meeting, Peña Nieto urged the American delegation to quickly reunite migrant families that have been separated at the United States southern border and stressed the need to find a permanent alternative that prioritizes the well-being and rights of minors. In other news, the commercial exchange between Mexico and Germany, recorded in 2017 of around $23 billion, made the European country Mexico's third most important trading partner, only behind the United States and China. In 2015, Germany was the fifth commercial partner of Mexico, behind Canada and the European Union. Mario Chacon, head of the promotion unit of Mexico, Global Businesses of ProMexico, said that Germany is already more important than before, as it is the third largest trading partner of Mexico in the world, after the United States and China, and it's the first of the European Union countries. Sales from Mexico to Germany totaled $6.95 billion in 2017, a historical figure that implied an annual increase of 76%, according to the Ministry of Economy. This advance was the largest since 1999 and was driven mainly by the automotive sector. Mexico continues to be a very important production platform for German companies. Companies in the automotive sector, such as Volkswagen and Audi, which arrived at the end of 2016, play an important role in the figure. For example, the export of light cars to Germany grew 39 times in 2017 alone. In addition, last year it accounted for 33.3% of total exports to the European country. In 2016, they were only 1.5%. In recent days, the first shipment of pork from Germany arrived in Mexico as part of the quota that was opened after the tariffs of 25% imposed on the United States. As well as this product, flours, prepared beverages, and cheeses of German origin will increase their presence also in the country. In other headlines, the strengthening of air connectivity between Mexico and the United States has caused tourism to surge by 9.6% compared to 2017 figures, when 10.6 million visitors from the US visited Mexico, according to data from the Ministry of Tourism. Between January and May of 2018, the arrival of American visitors to national destinations totaled 3,781,000 visitors, representing a 1.5% growth compared with the same period from the previous year. In fact, demand is driven by the bilateral air services agreement signed by both countries, which has had a favorable impact on the country's tourism activity, according to Mexico's Tourism Secretary, Enrique de la Madrid. The volume of airline seats booked for this year is 19.4 million, which is equivalent to a growth of 3.1% in relation to 2017. The main destinations for American travelers are Cancun and the Mayan Riviera, Mexico City, Los Cabos, Puerto Vallarta, and Guadalajara. Combined, these cities capture 88.9% of air arrivals, with the vast majority of tourists coming from California, Texas, Illinois, New York, Georgia, and Florida. Moving on. Domestic and foreign tourists will leave an economic spill of 378 billion pesos this summer, estimated the president of the Confederation of National Chambers of Commerce, Services and Tourism, José Manuel López Campos. López Campos confirmed that this holiday season, over 67 million people will be mobilized in the country, which will represent an increase of 2.8% over the same period last year. In announcing these figures for the holiday period, he pointed out that almost 50 million of those tourists will be Mexicans, and they will generate a revenue of 331 billion pesos. That represents outlay per person equal to 6,660 pesos on average during the period. He also expects that over 17 million foreign visitors will come to the country, generating an income of 47 billion pesos with an individual consumption of 2,670 pesos per day, Campos said. Rivieras Maya and Nayarit, Los Cabos, Acapulco, Ixtapas-Zihuatanejo, Manzanillo, Veracruz, Puerto Progreso, Bahías de Huatulco, Tampico and Puerto Escondido, among others, will have a hotel occupancy close to 90%. Likewise, he foresees a significant influx of visitors to different colonial cities such as Morelia, Guanajuato, Zacatecas, Durango, Querétaro, Mérida and Puebla, among others, and to the more than 100 magic towns existing throughout Mexico. And finally, let's check the markets. The Mexican peso increased 0.39% to 18.88 from 18.81 in the previous trading session. On the other hand, the IPC Mexico decreased 0.5% to 48,454 from 48,696 in the previous trading session. This was all for today. Thank you for your company. I'm Elliot Bullman. Remember to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, and log on to MexicoNewsNetwork.com for more information on Mexico and the world. Until next time.
Síguenos en nuestras redes sociales: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, solo por México News Network Televisión.